is burning. Just come home. Just come home. And I can feel my body turn. Can feel my body turn. Come home. Come home. Even though the world is burning, though the world is burning, just come home. Just come home. I can feel my body turn.
Ta-da! So here we go again. Another few weeks have passed and it's already November, which means I've been here for 2 months already. Fortunately, October was quite eventful. I turned 25, I had a lovely visitor from Hungary, and we had snow. The school had birthday too, then it survived a zombie attack, and then I went to a canoe trip on a frozen river. I know. But let's start with the school first. Back in the middle of October, there was this event called the Fox's Baptism, which is basically welcoming the 10th graders into the high school. You see, Kuristiku is quite a big school with more than 900 students from 1st to 12th graders. So we have kids from 7 till 18-year-olds. So here we had the 10th graders, so-called Foxes, and the 12th graders, the seniors. And the seniors were organizing some funny tasks during the whole week for them. For example, they had to wear stupid clothes for 5 days, carry their school stuff in plastic bags, and randomly just lay down on the ground and sing something. At the end of the week, they tortured them a bit more. They had to walk through the school, but in a really unusual way. And of course, at the end, there was this lovely ceremony, the baptism itself, and they became high school students finally. We also continued in the school with the active breaks, with dances this time, and I think they were quite funny. The kids enjoyed it, just watch. So let's talk about the zombies finally. I think I've told you in my previous video that I joined the drama club to help whatever is going on there. And Halloween was coming, so we had to prepare something crazy, obviously. So the main idea was to have this kind of zombie apocalypse in school, and Rolando, the teacher, had this crazy idea for the makeup. We actually mixed flour, water and glue together to put on napkins on the kids' faces. That was the old skin. And we used tons of foundation and green painting, and for the blood, jam. But I think it turned out surprisingly realistic and cool. I think one of the funniest moments of these 2 weeks were when in the autumn break we were preparing these makeups, and 2 kids, Marcus and Robin, were just catching some teachers in the school, and they were trying to scare them with their zombie attitude, but they failed completely. But the film itself turned out to be quite awesome actually, especially regarding to the circumstances. So what happened outside school? I think we experienced the beauty of autumn and winter as well. Kadriorg is still my favorite place, and with all the autumn colors it was magnificent. But we also had our first snow already in October. The snow was actually predicted, but no one actually believed it. But then it happened. Of course, for me it wasn't the first time seeing snow, but for some of us it was. And yes, I've had a lovely visitor from Hungary. Balázs was here as part of my birthday present, I guess. And we had really much fun. But I think the most amazing thing during this 4 days were when we went to Viruraba, the bog. We were extremely lucky with the weather today because it was really sunny. And that place is a miracle. If you're in Tallinn or in Estonia, definitely go there because it's really close to the city and it's a whole new world. Especially if you love nature, then it's a place for you. But don't go there on Sunday unless you're not afraid of hitchhiking because there is no bus. I mean, there is bus, but it doesn't stop. So we had this quite unpleasant experience standing in the middle of the road while the bus was just driving by. So we had no other choice but to hitchhike, and it was really fast and really fun.
Te Bestest nekik abba hagyni.
And yes, I turned 25, which is still a bit strange. My mom had a 3-year-old son when she was 25, and I'm still looking for a purpose in my life. But thank you very much for the birthday wishes again. What else? The canoe trip. My mentor and his friends, they were the one who invited me to this canoe trip at the end of October. When I said yes, the weather was still sunny and the temperatures were above 10 degrees. But during that week we had the snow and the minuses, so I was actually hesitating not to go. But fortunately I didn't quit, and it was very much worth it. We traveled quite south, quite far from Tallinn actually, well, in Estonian measurement. We went near Tartu, and River Ahja were our home for 2 days. It was really beautiful, just the right amount of adventurous, and not so cold that I was expecting. Thanks to a lot of layers, and it was quite fun, but there was this point when the river was actually so frozen that we had to stop for the day.
Come home, even if you feel uncertain, just come home, run away from all your curses. You want my love, you want my love.
So October was quite fun, adventurous and eventful. And I can feel that the honeymoon feeling of moving abroad is starting to be over. But I'm taking my vitamins and I think I'm ready for winter. And I think that's it. See you next time. Nägemist. Take care.
When you know so